Welcome back, you guys. Okay, I have noticed kind of a trend with my episodes, all seeming to have one thing in common. And this thing is not this incredible background, but all of my episodes have like some sort of kind of an underlying negativity. Have you noticed this? Now, I don't want to point this out and then, of course, draw attention to it, but because the thing is, if there's nothing negative to listen to and to relate to, then there's nothing worth listening to, in my opinion. You know, like, nobody wants to talk to somebody who just has their entire life together because it's just too intimidating, right? Like, not that you want to hang out with people who are, like, so far under you either, because that's not fun and degrading, my gosh. But you want to talk to people who get it. You know, like, why do you think Taylor Swift is so huge? Because she gets it. There's literally a playlist in my phone called Taylor Gets It. Because she gets it. I know no matter what I'm going through, whatever the emotion is, there is a song that is perfectly crafted that just explains exactly how I feel. Whether it's relating to a man or not, you know what? I am a diehard Swiftie, not to make this video all about her, but you know what I mean? She does not write about just men, she writes about much more than that, is the point that I'm trying to get across. That's not actually my point. My point here is that if I'm not coming on here and saying things that are relatable, then who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? I mean, obviously, I want to put myself in a position that you guys look up to me as your coach, because I do think I am a good coach, but I also want to keep myself at the point that I am relatable and not intimidating to the point that you don't even want to interact with me, because what is the point? You think I'm just going to, like, demean you or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, that being said, all of that negativity, etc., I do feel like I'm at this point in my life where I'm kind of stuck in this weird mindset of just like, what is next? Because my life is obviously there are always things that I want to change. I wish I was an inch taller. I wish I had $1,000 more. I wish, I had a different car. I wish all these things. But at the same time, I'm also so just kind of taken back, honestly, by how many good things have happened in my life and how, like, I'm currently thriving with, if that makes any sense. Like, currently, I really love my dream job. I do. I really love the people in my life. I love, a lot of things in my life. And honestly, to have I feel like assets that I do that are just so great. I feel like it, obviously on a bad day, I wouldn't agree with this, but in today's mood, I feel like it just kind of overrides the bad. And I'm like, I really genuinely do have so much to be grateful for. Maybe this is just the holiday mindset shift that we were working on that's making me think this way, and it kind of just puts me in this position where I'm like, honestly, I'm at this point in my life where even if I were to lose these things, if I were to get fired from my dream job, if I were to just cut everyone out of my life, I feel like I'm at the point in my life where I would be totally okay with it, because the fact that it even happened at all blows my mind. The fact that it even happened to me at all, because there was a day when I was told that all of these things that I am beyond things I'm not even going to name because it sounds douchey. There, was a day that I was told that none of these things would ever happen to me. And so the fact that it did, I'm kind of just at this point where I'm like, I feel like I could just lose all of it, or some of it, all of it. I'm sure it would put me in some sort of a crisis if it all just fell apart at once, But the fact that I feel just, I guess, so secure in the fact that it did happen, because there was a time that I never thought I would get here. And the fact that I made it here just tells me that I could lose all of this and be okay with it because I know that I could do it again. I know I could do something greater the next time. I know that anything is possible at this point, you know? And the fact that, again, just the fact that it happened, it just kind of puts me in this, okay, now what though? Like, this was kind of my ultimate dream because it seemed so unachievable and so impossible, especially when everyone was telling me that. And then the fact that it did happen, now I'm like, so now what? Like, just dream bigger? That just seems like extremely douchey. I'm like, do I just enjoy this for the rest of my life? What am I supposed to do next, you know? And then I start debating, is this something that I want to enjoy for the rest of my life? Do I really want to do this job forever? I mean, it is my dream job and I love it and I don't want to leave now. And I might in 5 years, I don't know. But I'm also like, do I really want to do this until I burn out of it? Or do I want to leave it now when I'm so happy with it? And just leave it on this note so that way I don't ever get to the point where I could potentially get fired. This is a terrible mindset to have, I know. But it's true. I'm like, I don't want anything bad. Like, I don't want to get framed or something. I don't even want to speak this out there, but I'm just saying it's possible that, like, there is some potential of me, you know, just turning spiteful towards something like this. And I want to look at it that way. And I know I'm overthinking, but also overthink the aspect that, would it be wiser to stick it out, or would it be wiser to just end on the note that I'm at? Do you get what I'm saying? And just, because I feel like, how am I ever going to get past the fact that my ultimate dream, this is why I'm an ultimate dream coach, because ultimate dreams are kind of my thing, and achieving them, it's wild. But how can I get past the fact that my ultimate dream came true and then it was sabotaged somehow? How could I ever get past that mindset? And this is, I feel like, again, a terrible mindset to have, and I feel like I need to just stick it out, and I'm planning on it. But it also just kind of puts me into this spiral thinking about this, because I don't know anybody else ever who has been in this situation. I don't. Granted, I'm probably not surrounding myself by people who dream big enough, but that being said, it's hard to meet people who dream that big. I do know a few people, and the thing is, they aren't passionate about their dream in the way that I am. And I think that's probably not good, that I am like overly obsessed with my dreams. But because it does mean so much more to me than most people I know who their dreams have come true, I'm kind of just like, so what do people do in this situation? Like, I haven't seen it. That being said, my answer to my own question is just keep dreaming. Just don't stop. Don't stop making art. Don't stop dreaming. Dream big and just keep on dreaming, because why would you want to stop? You know? And just kind of ride out the waves, no pun intended, with where you're at. Because if you don't want to leave now, then don't. I'm talking to myself right now. But if you don't want to leave, then don't. Then don't. Don't make fear-based decisions. And if something were to happen and sabotage it, just believe, I guess, that the truth would set you free, that whether it was your fault, that you could just own up to it, or if it was someone else's fault, hopefully, you know, it would come back on them, because karma is real. But also believe that if it was sabotaged at some point for some reason, that was just your way out, because maybe you never would have left otherwise. I am talking to myself right now 100%, but I also think that I am talking to you too, because I think that there is probably something in your life that you feel this. You feel this. Do you ever start listening to these things and it seems like maybe you're going through something completely different at this time of your life? I mean, you probably are, very, very, very different. But somehow these little notes just hook under your skin and it's like, this is what I needed to hear. I hope I got that through to you today. I honestly don't even know what else to say. I'm kind of just processing all this myself and I'm just saying it out loud, hoping you relate, hoping I'm giving wise discernment towards my own thoughts, because it's kind of humbling coming out just saying all that. But this has been circling around in my mind for a couple days, so I want to just come out here and say it. I hope you guys relate. If you guys are interested in coaching with me one-on-one, I would love to be your coach. I coach other people better than I coach myself, but I'm working on coaching myself. Because it's hard, like coaches don't play. You don't see the referee in football playing football. It's wild. Like, therapists can't really help themselves. Hairstylists usually can't cut their own hair. It's kind of just the way it works. Teachers had to go to school at one point. Doctors can't usually solve their own issue. Anyway, so if you guys are interested in coaching one-on-one, you can find me in the description in the link in the description below. It's been a long day. You can also find me on almost any social media platform at Make Waves Coach. Also, any social media platform at Mermaid Kassandra. And you can check out my podcast, available every place podcasts are found. Make Waves, Mermaid Kassandra. And I will talk to all of y'all in the next episode. Go out there and make waves. Mwah.